Good evening and welcome to In Other News. I am Bryson Kai. Yesterday, a journalist reporting for one of the biggest media stations in Kenya did a story dubbed Virusi Safarini. This depicted the illegal travel in and out of Nairobi by the common mwananchi. Kenyans on Twitter came out calling it double standards, especially because politicians are traveling in and out of Nairobi probably on a daily basis without necessarily providing any essential services whatsoever. Or are they? Remember, Nairobi is on lockdown. Politics is a dirty game and not a game of numbers as we might have thought. The reason why I'm calling it a game is mainly because when I see Kenyan politicians, I picture them as small children playing Bano or Chobowa. Now, if you went to a school that has crests instead of badges, Bano is marbles and Chobowa is a game that involves nutmegs. Now, in Bano, there's a term used that people say "kraki no pei," which actually means if I crack your marble or Bano for that matter, I will not be paying for it. In Chobowa, once your nutmeg ama ukiekwa chobo, you're beaten until you touch a place that was designated at the beginning of the game. It can be a wall, it can be a pole, it can be an animal. Quite clearly, it can be anything. Now, this is probably the representation of what many term as sanitization at Capitol Hill. Again, don't get me wrong, I am not allied to any political side whatsoever. Recently, news headlines hitting our TV sets at home are Jubilee this, Jubilee that, and quite clearly we are getting tired. Some of these politicians have gone to an extent of howling insults at one another on social media. Childish. You see, Mchungwano while we were little was rather an innocent game and it was all fun until one of you got personal or brought your mom into it. If I remember correctly, Aden Duale, the leader of the majority in the National Assembly, once said, "Hii serikali si ya mamako." Years later, Aden Duale has been de-whipped of the position and that position has been awarded to Amos Kimunya. Now, what the government is trying to say here with the recent de-whipping that we have seen is, in the words of Dr. Lunyanga Puo, the governor of West Pokot, kama utaki kana mamako. Get it? Now, this pandemic period has been, with lack of better words, eventful. You see, we have seen countries that have had total disregard of the virus whatsoever. Their presidents have even gone ahead to mislead the citizens that the virus is probably just a hoax and just a way of the Western countries gaining dominance over the African continent. Now, that is not astonishing. What is astonishing is that the leader of the free world, His Excellency Donald J. Trump, came out with a solution for the rising cases of COVID-19 in the United States. If you think of it, it is actually quite reasonable. He says that for the US to reduce those rising cases, they should just stop testing altogether. See, quite clever. Now in sports, the Merseyside derby, which is a match between Everton and Liverpool, ended in a 0-0 draw. You might think that this was an uneventful match, but on the contrary, it was quite eventful. Keita, a Liverpool midfielder, went off after hearing the first whistle, while his teammates were taking a knee with respect to George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter campaign. Well, in his defense, we have had a lot of Black Lives Matter protests in the recent weeks, and that is probably why he ran, because he thought it was the police. Clearly, old habits die hard.
No, 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 no.
in a completely unrelated matter, my friend just got a job with a very known Nairobi restaurant. He is so excited. He cannot wait. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit that like button if this was interesting. Good evening and goodbye.